None of this makes difference. Alright, let's go. Amazon Diana, let's go. Why? Because Diana is one of the gods in one of those religions. She's some hunter god that uses a bow. I think it's fitting since we're going to be doing a bow run. Always play tutorial. Why? Because you can buy an extra meal and it gives you an extra 3,000 gold just from the start. Nice and easy. Speak to the wounded crafter. Accept, let's go, run. Let's just put on some other skins that I got. This makes absolutely no difference. I'm just gonna quickly close my Discord. Where's the shoes? Yeah. Alright. Complete, accept. You can read through these quests if you want, but it's not necessary. Just accept, complete, and go next. Now again, this is going to be a combat playthrough. I'm not doing gathering. I will be doing crafting later just to fill out some journals for laborers, which I'll showcase later, but yeah, I don't play this game together. We ain't about that life. Basically the purpose of this is just so you can play through too. Equip the shield. Let's kill some bandits. Skip. Let's meet the rest of the crew. Okay, complete, accept. Let's buy a donkey. Let's go find the wounded crafter. I need 2 more. Cool, we got enough. Go make the tools, the sickle and the axe. Oh wait, no, he gives it to us. Let's accept this. Let's skip this. Now again, if you are new, I do recommend actually reading through those, what your destiny board does. I will go over that later, explain how the map works too, but the sooner we get through the tutorial, the better. Basically the map doesn't really work right now anyway because we're in a tutorial area. Now I will recommend, while you're here, I know it says only to get 4 hides and 6 birch logs, but we're gonna gather more than that just because towards the end of the tutorial you do get to craft your own gear, so we're just gonna prepare for that now so we don't have to go back into this area. And what I do recommend, when you do craft your own gear, try to get at least 1 warrior, 1 hunter, and 1 cloth or like 1 mage piece of gear. That way when you do go into the Royal Continent or the main map, you can get up to journeyman tier gear straight away. Because if you look at your destiny board here, you need to wear at least tier 2 while wearing a Novice's Scholar Robe or better. That counts for helmets and such. It just means if you do want to change up your gear later down the track, you don't have to grind to the tier 2. I hope I got that first. Yeah, I did. Sorry, Drago. That's my fox. So how many do we have? 36. That should be enough. Again, while we're here, just gather as much materials as you can. I do know that we need at least 32 planks for the bow that we're going to be using. I don't think I need any more wood for anything else. So we'll make sure we have at least 32. Let's go check what we need for a cloth jacket. 16. Alright, so we have enough. I need a little bit more wood. Haha, that's my planks. Alright, we've got enough. And then basically it's just making sure that we get enough fiber and enough ore to craft our soldier boots and the scholar cow. Alright, so how much do we need for the scholar cow? Um, 8, and how much for soldier boots? Whoops. 8 as well, and that should cover everything. Ah, I did actually forget that we need to drop off some materials, so we'll grab a little bit more. We need to give 4 of each, so I need to get a little bit more wood. So if we need 8, we're gonna get at least 4 more. So I'll grab another fiber just to be safe. Again, it's just all about maximizing time. If you are a new player, again, I do recommend do what feels right to you. Make sure you're confident, get a feel for the game. Alright, so that should be enough, but I'll grab another one just in case. Worst case is anything that we don't use, we just carry over when we go to the Royal Continent, we can just sell for extra money. And then on the way back, I'll get some more birch logs or T2 wood. Nice, nice, nice. So before we turn this quest in, we'll just get some more wood. Just because it does take 32 planks to make a bow. And that's what I want to focus on this run. I've already done pretty much every other weapon except for mage weapons. So I haven't used... Oops, wrong one. I haven't used like frost, flame, nothing like that. I just have no interest in that, to be quite honest. Curse does look interesting to me, but yeah, not yet. Let's get rid of these rough logs. And that should be enough resources for us to turn in this quest, but also craft into the gear and weapon that we want to use later. Alright, complete. We get some soup. We're going to... Oh, we don't get it yet. We get it after we complete this quest. So we're going to smelt all of this into bars. We're going to get some stiff leather. You got some birch planks. Now this process is called refining. Typically, for the most part, you do get more money selling raw materials. But if you do want to get your refining up, that's how you do so. Again, this is not going to be a gathering or refining or crafting playthrough. I will do some crafting later on in the playthrough, but not yet. Alright, let's kill some heretics. I do recommend you read all of this if you are a genuine new player. I'm just skipping through it just because this is the third time I'm doing it. Or actually more, this is the 5th new character I've made. Oh, the outpost is on the right hand side. Interesting. I'm almost certain every other playthrough I've done, it's been on the left side. Another thing when I recommend with combat, you want to be basically using your abilities in between auto attacks to maximize damage. You don't want to cancel an auto attack as you use an ability, otherwise you're just using DPS. So you will notice that I'll be using spacebar to auto attack, and right after I see the auto attack animation, I'm using my Q ability. That way I'm getting maximum amount of auto attacks in. This is completely irrelevant for what I'm doing now. Just this tier of mob is just really easy and you just steamroll through it, but later in the game it does become important. It could be the difference of you dying or surviving and getting away with $1 million worth of loot. Cool. Now let's just kill some more mobs. So I'll be starting with bow on this playthrough, and then I'll probably transition to swords. When I play these type of games, I do enjoy like the roleplay aspect of it. I think we would just kind of want to copy kind of like a Wonder Woman theme going, or an Amazonian warrior. Amazon warriors are notorious for using their bows and swords and spears. This guy was trying to jack my kills, I think. So again, we're just trying to get to the learning point threshold. We're at 17% now. So basically the way it works, once you get to 20% of like basically something that you want to learn, whether it's learning your axe skill, your gathering skill, etc., you can use your learning points, as this will discuss to you, to basically progress further. Most people recommend that you just hold them for gathering skills, just because they take a long time to grind and you can fast track it, and I also do stand by that. However, gathering is just such a boring aspect of this game for me personally. I don't play this game to spend, you know, hours gathering. So I prefer to use them on either crafting for my laborers, since I use tinker laborers. I think they're the best for money, or use them on combat. If I'm like one level away from unlocking like a new tier of gear or a new ability, I will fast track it. That's just my preference. There is no right or wrong way. It's all down to how you want to play the game, but again, this will be a combat focused run. Cool. Again, I do recommend you read this if you are genuinely new, but this is nothing new to me. Oops, I didn't accept the quest. I'll complete it. Alright, so from here, I'm going to be wanting the soldier shoes. Just going to craft one of them. Right click to replace what you're currently equipped with. From here, I want the novice's bow. And I also want the mercenary jacket. So we're going to equip both of these. I'll put mend wounds just for the PvE aspect. And from here, we want the scholar cow. Let's complete this, except let's equip our cape. Now while we're here as well, basically this is the point where this next quest, we basically finish the quest. Now one thing to note is the tutorial allows you to buy 2 mules for 3 silver each. Now typically they'll be sold from anywhere from 3 to 5,000 roughly once you get into the Royal Continent. So this is basically just a fast way to track some extra silver into your pocket. Let's buy another one. Let's take this. Now that you'll see that we're overloaded, that's fine. We're gonna get rid of all these materials just so I can get into the next tier. I don't mind being a little bit slower, but I mean 11,500 silver, I'll completely take that for being a little bit slower. Again, that's just the estimated value, it's not the actual value that it's going to be. It does depend on where you're selling it. As you can see, because I am over that 100% cap, the more loaded that you are, you go into different tiers and you just become slower and slower, up to a crawl basically. You definitely don't want to be overloaded if you're in the open world, especially in like a red or black zone. Alright, so here's taking those mobs, let's take these. I'm actually meant to use my E first, that's fine. Again, if you're a new player, just go over what your abilities do. Basically my Q is an AoE knockback, my E gives attack speed and additional damage, my W gives AoE damage and additional damage on hit. I'm not bothering with the silver pickup because it's like 5 or 7 silver, it's just not going to make a difference at all. So we need to kill a few more heretics. Now it's very important, especially when you're playing a range class, to get used to attacking and moving, especially when you're against a melee class. If they're on top of you, they're more than likely going to outdamage you, just because most range classes are very squishy, it's just how it is by nature. However, if you're also at range and you're against a melee, and you're keeping them at arm's length, they can't do any damage to you. I'm actually going to kill these just because it does give experience. It's like, why not? It's free experience. It does go towards getting to our next tier as well. I'm gonna turn my game sounds up too. Just realized that this is super low. Alright, we'll try 15. Just like that, we're almost at the point where we get some... Well, we go to the next tier and we can wear tier 3 gear. Let's run faster. Albion is waiting. When it comes to your starting location, it really does not matter. If you are going for a gathering profession, you're probably on the wrong YouTube video. There are plenty of guides out there that will do a much better job than I can. If you're looking for what I consider the most new player friendly, I would probably say Fort Sterling. I'm pretty sure it's got the highest number of players in general. But otherwise, I'm going to be going with the Forest Crossed. I think it just plays into, you know, being an Amazonian warrior. Going for that full roleplay playthrough. Alright, as you can see, I'm walking instead of running. We are overloaded, so the first thing that we're going to do, I'm going to press M to go to my map. See that Lyndhurst is basically straight up. We're going straight to Lyndhurst, basically. I do recommend speaking to this soldier, accepting this quest to get 3 days worth of premium when we speak to his sergeant or general, whatever it is. So we're going to complete this quest. Okay, we're going to go in here, we're going to use it, and boom, we got 3 days of premium. Most important thing with this game, I think, is buying your first month of premium, especially if you are a new player. Now, depending on where you spawn, obviously in the Forest Cross, this is going to be the layout. Try and find the shady snook. Accept this quest, just wait in this circle for 5 seconds. Complete it, and he's going to give you a single gold coin. Now I do have 193 here just because it's tied into my other account. So what I'm going to recommend you guys do, we're going to sell this 1 gold that he gives. I'm not going to be using any of the other gold that I have from my other accounts, just to get a head start. We now have 3,220 silver, and we're going to make our way to Lyndhurst. On the way, I'll kill any creeps that I can, just to get to tier 3. So again, to use the map, I should use, so this is the greater map. You press the M for Mary key. As you can see, we landed here. Now we went to Stagbourne, and we're going to be going to Lyndhurst. Basically, it follows, if you press the N key, you basically follow that path. What you see on the map is how you want to follow it on your zoomed in map of your current zone. So basically that's Lyndhurst right there. As you can see, Lyndhurst is the next city. Boro Chakadosta. I wonder what that means. So here's a creep that I can kill. Awooga, awooga, awooga. Again, we're just keeping them at range. I don't care about any silver that they drop. I know that you can skin wolves, and I know you can harvest those trees, but I'm already overloaded as it is, and the mules will provide a lot more silver. And again, we're not doing a crafting or gathering playthrough. We're about that combat life. So before I do get into Lyndhurst, I do want to get to at least level 3. For my gear. $16 damage. Wow. Alright, so you use our RE ability. After a couple of shots, you want to use the W ability, and then you basically keep them at bay with your Q and your D ability. There we are. So as you can see on the right hand side, our progression bars, we're at 20%. You start off with 100 learning points, and when you purchase your first premium pass, you'll get a bunch of more stats too. So as you can see, it costs 2 learning points to instantly go to the next level. I'll be doing this for all my gear. As you can see, I've unlocked tier 3 leather, tier 3 cloth, sorry, plate, and I'm about to learn tier 3 cloth. Let's get into the bows. I don't care about gathering. Cool. If you're going for a combat playthrough, that's just how I personally recommend to use your learning points if you're going through a combat playthrough. Early learning points anyway. I just came from using like a swift claw for ages and just going back to a donkey. It's just like, wow, this is so slow. Alrighty. So we're going to press our N key. We're going to be looking for a repair station. There it is. Just because we use our gear to kill a few mobs, it automatically decreases the durability, and I can't sell it. So this dude over here, that's your repair station. It's going to cost me 58 silver. We have plenty. Perfect. Now we're going to be looking for the marketplace, as you can see from this hammer. And it's right here. Again, every city is different. So if you did end up going to the Forest Cross or Lyndhurst, you can basically just play through. So this is the marketplace. We're going to click onto the marketplace, go to our cell. It's automatically going to bring up everything in our inventory, and then you can press I to then match it with what you currently have. So we're going to put a beginner's broadsword on sell order, beginner's shield on sell order. I'm basically going to put it one less than what it currently is, just because I want it gone. Wow, I got an excellent mercenary hood. I'm actually going to look up what mercenary hoods sell for. They sell for 8. Alright, so I'm going to sell one for 8 as well. I just want it gone. I'm just going to sell it for 7. Again, you just want to, for this early tier gear, you just want it gone as soon as possible so I can then use that silver elsewhere. I'll sell it for 9. So the mules, sell order 4048. That's one less. Again, pickaxes 66. If you are trying to make a profit, I would go into, there are other ways to do this, but again, for just wanting a quick sell, this is the best way to do it in my personal opinion. 660, 100, 26, 7. Alright, we're gonna buy a bag. Tier 2 bag, $400. We'll take that. We want a tier 3 bow. We just want the cheapest one. We don't care about item power or anything like that right now. We're gonna go with multi-shot, and then we're gonna go around upgrading our gear. So, scholar, cow. It's got a scholar cow. Cool, 279. We're going to be using force field and aggression. Mercenary jacket. Oh, my spelling is terrible. Another account? Yes. So from 0 to hero, it's just a fresh account to becoming a billionaire. I should turn on chat so YouTube can see it too. There we go. if you're doing PvP, Inferno Shield's better, but since we're going to be doing PvE for now, Menduin's going to be better. And then Soldier Boots. And just like that, we have enough money to replace everything. Again, for PvE, just go the Refreshing Sprint. Wanderlust is 100% better as you go on, but Refreshing Sprint for early game PvE, it's definitely better. We're going to stay with the soups, and then we're going to sell all of these for one less than the cheapest, just so we can sell them straight away and then use that silver more efficiently. 25. I don't need any poisons right now. So now what we're going to be doing, we're going to go back to Stagborn. We're going to be killing any creeps that we can, or NPCs, whatever you want to call them. Something sold in the marketplace. Let's have a look. So we've already sold a mercenary hood and a novice's bow. Nice. 12 silver. Let's go. I'm going to open up a Playboy mansion. Watch me. The reason that we're going to Stagborn as well is because it's a tier 3 zone. It's a blue zone. We're not going to get ganked. Our gear is quite crap at the moment, but it's in line with this zone. And basically what we're going to be doing, I will be killing creeps on the way, but what we're really looking for are green dungeons. It's basically the fastest way to just fast track your experience as well as gold gain. I actually really don't care about any of these creeps. I just want to find a green dungeon. And here is one. So we'll kill these creeps here. Alright, I would appreciate it if you guys stopped. I don't want to pull that tree over there into combat. Nice. I also do want to change. Cool. Sorry, just changing the stream title, just so people know that this is a combat playthrough. For now, we do want to be picking up the silver. As you get later onto the game, 28 silver is not going to be making any difference towards you. But early game for sure it does. Cool, another 2 things sold in the marketplace too. Let's have a look. So mercenary jacket and mercenary shoes. What I'm really looking for is for when the mules sell. We're going to be using these barrels just to make things quicker. I really wish you got hit by that barrel. Why you got to do me like that? Pick up all the silver. Take the buff shrine. Region's not really what I want. So for these TNT barrels, you'd think that they damage you, but they don't. You can walk right into them and you're perfectly safe. They only damage the enemy. Cool, we got another shrine. That's the exact same one, so we just basically make it last longer. Nice. As you can see on the side as well, doing this dungeon, we're getting a decent amount of silver for this stage in the game, and we're also just progressing all of our gear. The sooner that we get to tier 4 gear, that's when the fun really begins. Just gonna press D to do a little bit of damage and just push back the melee. I don't even know what to call them. I'm just gonna call them creeps. That's what I'd call them from League of Legends. So we've got 758 already silver. Now of course, at this stage of the game, just gathering like rough logs and rough stones, you probably would have made more money by now, but again, then you're not progressing any of your combat, and that, again, that's why I play the game. I love the PvP aspect of it. Now again, in my inventory I do have carrot soups, but I just don't feel like I need them right now. Wow, I missed. We don't talk about it. Learning point reached. Let's go. So now we can equip tier 4 bows. I'll definitely be changing towards that. Actually, before I do this, just to maximize the fame gains, I want to be progressing all of these through. So that way, these creeps are going to be giving us progression into tier 4. Actually, no, they won't because they're tier 3. Actually, yeah, they will because they're tier 3. Sorry. Again, our Q can be knocked back like normal creeps, but not boss creeps. So my Q shouldn't have an effect on this boss. I know some bosses seem to be affected by knockbacks and stuff and interrupts. Some don't. So like my Q knocks him back. My Q doesn't knock him back, I should say, but my helmet ability does. Again, I'm not sure why it's a little bit inconsistent like that. Maybe someone in the comments will know. Cool, just like that. Let's open this chest. Get some gear. Again, we'll be selling all of this gear unless it's something better than what I'm currently using. And it looks like we did sell a mule actually. Did we? We did. Nice. Perfect. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to go back into Limhurst. I'm going to at least get a tier 4 bow. I'll have a look for what I think is the best for PvE. Upgrade whatever gear that I can, and then we'll go from there. It's just very important that I get into tier 4 gear as soon as possible, just so I can just start using the experience. Alright, let's use these 2 bags of silver. Let's go to the repair station that we saw earlier. It should only be a very small cost, 158. It's nothing at all. The reason it's more than what it was previously, it was because we had tier 1 gear before. Now we have tier 3 that we're repairing. Repair costs kind of scale with obviously your durability, but also what tier your gear is. Alright, so let's put this on sell order for 398. Let's put this for 2849. Sell this for 967. So let's press B to go to our destiny board. Let's look up at the bows. So we've got poisoned arrow, frost shot, enchanted quiver. So the standard bow looks pretty good for normal PvE. We got the mist piercer. I think that's more of a ZVZ bow. again, the biggest thing is we want our first two abilities to have some PvE elements, but we also want our E ability to have PvE elements, a good single target that. So we want AoE on our first two abilities, and then we want good single target damage on our last ability. So, what was this? The Belbadon. Belbadon's nice. It's definitely going to be good for corrupted dungeons with a warbow. So this does increase damage versus mobs. The warbow could be nice to level up. With the longbow. And whispering bow. So I think it's definitely between the warbow and just the standard bow. I think we're just going to go for the standard bow. Let's have a look. Which one's cheaper? So 1,300. 1,500. I think we'll just go for the normal bow. Just to make things nice and simple. So how much is it for outstanding? So 720. 700. I'll just save the silver for now. So we'll cheap out a little bit. We'll take all the first abilities. We're gonna go for a mage cowl for our headpiece, just for the poison. Aggression passive, we're gonna go for mercenary jacket. For bloodlust, and then some soldier boots. Hopefully I have enough. Nice. I do know the boots are fairly cheap. And now we're going to be going for Wanderlust and Toughness. I want to keep the cape and bag. It's not necessary to sell those yet. I think we just sold another mule. No, the crossbow. I did see our money jump up. Nice. So 398. 279. 424.19. And 967. Can we equip tier 3 capes yet? Not yet. Alright. And just like that, we're in pretty much full tier 4 gear. Or gear that scales with IP anyway, that you get through Fame. I mean, Fame does affect your capes, but you can do anything to get that. What's our Reaver at? Alright, I'm actually going to go to a tier 4 zone now. I only need to kill a couple of creeps, and then we have a tier 4 Reaver or Adept Reaver. It's very important that if you don't have tier 5 Reaver, for example, you don't try to kill tier 5 creeps, because you're going to do significantly less damage. They're going to do significantly more damage to you. So just for the early game anyway, you just want to attack where you can. So let's just wait for our abilities. As you can see, I do abysmal damage. How close are we? We're fairly close to tier 4 Reaver. Once I get tier 4 Reaver, then we'll go look for some dungeons. Or if I do find a dungeon, I'll just go straight for it. Alright, here's a dungeon. Nice. Let's get in there. Once we have tier 5 Reaver, where we do additional damage to tier 5 units, we'll be doing hunter level corrupted dungeons. There we go. We should be doing extra damage now to these creeps. What I'm also going to be doing as well, I'm going to be eating my food, so while we're moving from creep to creep, we're regenerating extra health. Hey Diego. Thanks for the follow, mate. Much appreciated. How much fame on this character? Absolutely nothing, because it's a brand new character. Between my accounts, I've got somewhere in the low hundreds of million. I shouldn't be pulling these many creeps. I forget this is a new character. That's fine. But yeah, this is just a brand new character. No fame on this one. I'll bring it up for you. Alright, cool, we got learning points. I don't think we need to use them. Alright, let's just go through this. Again, the purpose of this is just to basically get your early fame numbers up. It's also a decent way to get silver as well. Alright, let's claim this. Daily experience boost, can't go wrong with that. Wow, they hurt. That's a little unfair. Let's just wait for my abilities and just to regen up a bit. No need to rush the early game. Mage Cast Specialist. Look at me go. I always go for the healer first. Otherwise you'll just be standing here doing absolutely nothing. Alright, here's a mini boss. Alright, I just want to pull all the creeps that are attached to that boss so we can just go out and circle them. Focus them, I should say. And it was you. So we'll go around here. I want this buff before we kill the boss. Nice regen. And some return damage. I will check how close we are to getting our tier 5 Reaver as well. Cool, let's open this chest. Take all the silver. Up to 12,000 silver already. We're cheering. I'm so surprised at how little low tier gear does. Wow. I'm not used to it still, it's pretty funny. I'm gonna use my mercenary jacket here just to not get too low. Alright, cool, we can use our Q to interrupt that channel, that's nice. It's good to know. We get a ton of fame for this too, which is also nice. For this stage in the game anyway. We use our W for the AoE. Q. Alright, E for the attack speed, D for the poison, W for the AoE, pushing back with our Q. Nice. Those fatty mobs just do so much damage, you don't want them anywhere near you. Alright, take the silver. Use our AoE, use poison shot, push him back. Now when you get to these like heretic dungeon maps, there's always a second fatty. There he is. Alright, I was trying to just pull the boss, but that didn't work. We can take both, that's fine. Let's use our poison. Always just focus the boss, it's not worth focusing the little one. We use our mercenary jacket now. Alright, we just basically auto attack him. Oh, he hurts. I looked away for a split second. Let's use our boots here. Maybe I should have brought some poisons for this. It's alright, I can always reset. I don't think we'll need to though. We're fine. Not even close, baby. Alright, so how close are we to getting Reaver? Tier 5 Reaver. Quite far. We'll keep doing Tier 4 dungeons. Alright, let's keep looking for some more solid dungeons. Well, my donkey is almost dead. Ah, here's another one. Stay hydrated. It's good for the soul. Alright, there's already a guy here. Actually, that's a good point. I totally forgot about faction flagging. Let's go faction flag. That's a good way to speed run our early gold gain, or silver gain I should say. I'm also just double thinking about the bow that I want to use. Because magic arrow is quite nice. And it's not an artifact bow. I think especially if you want to go ganking too. I think we'll go buy a warbow. I've changed my mind. I've been sold. So what I'll do, I'm going to, oh, not you. Let's repair our gear. Now we're going to go into the bank. As you can see from this chest symbol, that's basically every city has a bank and your bank is localized to that area. So I want to chuck my bow in the bank. I'm also going to chuck these tier 4 runes and souls and tier 5 runes and souls. And then I basically sell everything else. That's personal preference. If you want to keep higher tier relics and souls and runes, it's up to you. I just personally sell it for the money. I'd rather just use that money elsewhere and then buy the higher tier gear. So let's buy the warbow. Warbow. Tier 4. How much for an outstanding? 500 more. Let's do that. We'll go for multi-shot. Nice. We'll sell the extra goodies in our tab. I'm not going to bother going for one less. When you get treasures and stuff, just sell them personally, unless you want to go to the city itself for extra silver. I just don't bother personally. We can stay with the tier 2 cape and bag. It's not important to upgrade right now. And then we're going to find there should basically be a soldier somewhere that we can use to faction flag. Now, if you don't want any risk while you're playing, then I don't recommend faction flagging, but once you've kind of got an understanding of what you're doing, it's a great way to make some... Where the hell is it? I have no idea where it is in Limhurst. Fireworks, lol. What do you faction flag in Limhurst? We're learning together. Alright, these are all the shops. It's usually somewhere here. Faction, oh, it's right here. Alright, so this is faction enlistment. We're going to accept. Oh, we need a higher item power. Of course. 644. Alright. In that case, I want to wait till we can get to a tier 4 bag and cape. And then that should be the extra item power that we need. Why did it let me faction flag? I'm going to just accept that that's a bug, and that's perfectly fine. I don't know why it let me faction flag, but that's perfectly fine. I will take the extra silver. Now, if you do go into corrupted dungeons, you can't be faction flagged, so that's just one thing to bear in mind. These things are just going to blow up on me, so just wait till they blow up. Am I actually getting any faction points? I wasn't paying attention. Because I don't think I should be able to be faction flagged right now. I do. Amazing. Oh, I forgot how short that range is. Get over here. Alright, let's pick all of this up. I'll show you what basically you do with once you're faction flagged and how much extra silver you can generate early. Again, this does mean that I can die in blue zones, but I think the trade-off is worth it if you just know how to be careful. just using our Q to interrupt his abilities. This will become a lot easier as you get higher tier gear. And it's most definitely worth the silver early on. As well as the fame. Oh, whoops. Uh-oh. I forget this is a poison area. It's been so long since I've been solo spec. We do have our soups going though, so we do get increased regen while we're out of combat. Alright. So you can tell by the way that those NPCs were guarding this entrance that there is like a boss through here. So we'll use our soup to regen and then we'll go kill this boss. I hate these exploding ones with a passion. Why do the small skeletons keep resetting? How annoying. Oh cool, we can interrupt that. Cool. 460 fame. We take those. We take all the silver that we can get to. 18,000 worth of gear. We definitely take those. We got another 4,000 worth of bags too. Oh, I missed the second one. Whoops. Is another boss? No. Let's just kill these other mobs so then we can just focus on the other one. We can wear tier 4 capes now as well, which is nice. I'm surprised at how close that they can be for the maximum damage. Warbow specialist. You know it. And this cheeky bat cancelled my ability. So I'm hoping that I have enough faction points after this dungeon to show you why it's so profitable to be faction flagged, especially if you're a little bit confident you know what you're doing. And you're doing it in the right areas too. That's another important bit, that you're doing it in the right areas. Alright, let's just wait till we regen, just because this is a boss battle. You'll typically know when you're coming out to a boss battle just because the final boss has some type of insignia on the floor. Alright, let's just wait to regen. This boss can be a little bit annoying. Alright, so my Q doesn't push back this boss. Let's use Merc Jacket. Got my poison coming back. Nice and easy. Alright, what's in this chest? Absolute crap. Let's just quickly have a look. Where can I check? I know there is a way to check your faction points. I just don't know where. Faction info. Alright, so we got 894 points. We basically want to farm up to 3,000 points and then you can get a lot of money, so let's go do that. I'm also nowhere near being close to overloaded, so we'll keep going. We'll enter this one too. Alright, let's wait for our abilities for a little bit. Jokes, we just go straight in. We go in raw. So obviously with the higher tier gear, and as we scale up and get more powerful, doing higher tier dungeons just basically increases the amount of faction points that we can achieve, which is more gold basically. But we need to wait till we get to higher tiers of Reaver on the Destiny board. I don't know how the hell I missed that, but we don't talk about it. It's always nice getting the damage buff when you're using a DPS weapon like the bow. Oh wow. It's alright, it's a learning experience. Nice. There was a buff shrine over there, so let's go take that. Does our RE ability go through walls as well? It does. That's kind of overpowered. Interrupt their abilities with our Q. I'm pretty sure these like furnace things give fame. If they don't, then we'll just walk straight through it next time. No, they do. There's another boss here too, nice. Hey kitty. I forgot we don't have soups on. Let's use our soup just to increase regen. Jokes. I cancelled that by attacking this furnace thing. We'll kill this furnace and then we'll just wait for our regen to kick in and we'll kill this boss. Alright, that's plenty. Use our mercenary jacket just to heal up. So the Q interrupts this boss. So it seems like all mini bosses my Q interrupts. Major bosses, like final bosses of a dungeon, don't get interrupted by my Q. That would make sense. Alright, let's open this chest. Silver's been consistently going up as well through the market. That's what we like to see. So other than upgrading gear, it's very important to get your own island as soon as possible. But we need to purchase premium first to do that. So basically, premium is what we're farming for. The sooner we get premium, or like proper premium, the faster that we can get our own island and then use laborers to basically increase our gold or silver generation, I should say. Oh, I forgot this thing spawns from that. Getting a little bit low here, that's fine. That's why we bring the soups for the region. Getting a little bit low on mana here too. Oh, there was a book that blocked the shot. Really? The game's doing us dirty like that. We'll just dodge this. Cool, we can interrupt the Raven. One of the more annoying creeps in this game. Bow fighter level 3. I think I'll definitely use the energetic passive once I get it. There's no shrines there. Oh wow, the mini bat blocked the E. Alright, we're coming out to the final boss, which is good. Alright, how long till I can get energetic? Maybe after this dungeon if I'm lucky. Bit of lag there. Well, I mean, I'm always lagging, but extra lag. Oh, I think it's fine that we missed that. This way we don't aggro the boss. I forget that we want to be taking things a little bit slowly. Just because we're really low spec and low tier gear and everything. Alright, we'll walk around here. We'll kill the other one on this side. Man, that range is really far on our E ability. It's kind of satisfying. I kind of realize why people play this now. It is quite annoying in Corrupted Dungeons to face this. Alright, let's use our mercenary jacket for the healing. I'm not focusing the demon thing walking around just because when you kill the boss it disappears. 200,000. Well, talk about some good RNG. Wow. Faction info, 1,600 points. I'm actually just gonna go back to the bank and just immediately sell this. That is some incredibly good RNG there. Let's jump on our donkey. Just because I am faction flagged, there is a chance that I can die. I definitely don't want to lose the amount of gear that I have in my inventory. So just like that, 200,000, let's go. Well, I guess that's why they call them random dungeons. Randomly just RNG that kind of loot on a tier 4 dungeon. That's insane. That's quite lucky, I'm not even gonna lie. So basically what I want to do, I want to farm for at least another 1500 faction points just to show how much value there is. And obviously when you're doing higher tier stuff as well, you'll get these faction points a lot faster. Let's sell these for cheap. I just want to, again, get the money as soon as possible. 655. 802. 1 2. Oops. 1 2 3 0. 1 2 2 8. 13 998. 11 6 8 7. 5 700. 3 750. Holy crap. And I'm gonna bank these extra ones. Let's use these silver bags. Can I equip tier 4 bags and capes? Yeah, let's go do that. Let's go get a tier 4 bag and cape. That'll just help with our mana sustain as well. Or the cape will anyway. Actually, oh, I don't have anywhere near enough for faction cape, lol. Sell these. I'm actually gonna sell this too. We're gonna get a tier 5 suit. Let's get 2 of them. Let's get some tier 4 poisons. We'll get 4 of them. Nice. So again, why do we faction flag? Because it does increase our risk of dying. Because it makes any zone basically a full PvP zone where it's like full loot. The reason is every 3,000 points that you get, I can get a tree heart, and each faction has their own thing. And these tree hearts, I can't show you right now, but they're usually worth anywhere from like 58 to 70,000 if you're really, really lucky. But yeah, basically every 3,000 points is basically an extra 60,000 for you. And for the early game like this, that's just an insane amount of silver. Why would you ever pass up on that? Especially when you're going to these blue tier 4 zones, you're pretty much never going to get ganked. I've personally never been ganked by any faction fact plays in a tier 4 zone. Tier 5 zone's completely different, but in a tier 4 zone, literally never. I might say that in one of you guys' first thing is you get faction flag ganked in a tier 4 zone. How unlucky would that be? Man, there's so many mobs around here. Oh, that's what they're called, mobs. I've been calling them creeps this whole time. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll farm up until 3,000 points, and then I'll probably end the video there, place everything on the market, and then we'll start a next episode from there. Always focus healers. Oh my gosh, how annoying. Well, that's why you focus healers, because if you don't, really. Oh, let's see if this guy wants to party up. You do get this sometimes where people just try and jack your dungeon. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. When you're low specs, it just means you clear the dungeon quicker. If I was high specs and in a yellow or red zone, I'm totally killing this guy every day of the week. This is my dungeon. What was that roar ability? I wonder why he flagged red. It's interesting. Always kill the healer first. The last thing that you want is a healer healing this boss. I'm just gonna slowly move closer to the shrine. Just because I want the buffs. He doesn't deserve them. It's alright, we're in a party. That shrine goes to both of us. What is it? Increased fame. I like it. I think rats have probably got to be the most boring NPC in the game. Delicious. I thought he died for a second. That's funny. Alright, these cannon things are by far the most annoying mobs in the game for me personally. By far. For someone that plays on 250 ping, there is no mob more annoying than those cannon things. Oops. I keep forgetting my Q ability solo range. Really? I don't get any loot out of that chest. That's insane. Reputable. Let's go. Or a law-abiding citizen. Oh, we didn't talk about it. Combat specialist, let's go. I'm actually going to turn the tracking off for these. Just because I want to know the actual levels. Alright, cool. We'll check how many reputation points we have after this dungeon. Getting low on mana. Do I have enough for the energetic passive? I'll check that after this mob. Or these mobs. Nah, might be level 4 then. Level 6. I don't think I need to use landing points right now. I'm just gonna save them. Might want to get out of there, my friend. Timber. Alright, cool. Let's leave party and get out of here. Faction info. Alright, one more dungeon, we should have 3,000 points. Alright, let's go find another dungeon. Nice. Nice. I actually will use my learning points. I do want the energetic passive as soon as possible. For PvE anyway. Alright, it's very important we also kill as many creeps as possible, just because we want as many faction points as we can. It's well worth the extra time invested. Man, these things are tanky. Pretty nuts. Man, what is this lag? Alright, we should definitely have enough faction points after this dungeon to show why we faction flag. I might have pulled too many mobs here. Yeah, okay. That's fine. I thought I would get more healing for my merc jacket. Apparently not. It doesn't help when I feel extremely laggy tonight. Oh, I accidentally ordered that book again. Alright, let's pick up all the silver. Can almost level up our bow again using learning points as well. I don't know if you can see it on stream, but I'm constantly having mobs like jump around on my screen. Not sure why. Maybe the servers are like overloaded or something tonight. Alright, let's use these learning points. Now one more level and then we get energetic, and then I shouldn't need to worry about mana at all anymore. Should be a boss down here as well. Oh yeah, that's right, my Q. Range lol. Alright, Q interrupts him. Nice. I don't need a poison on this boss. It's just a mini boss. Again, once you learn the boss's animations and attacks and stuff, it becomes a lot easier to kite and know when you should dodge and when you can just stand there and auto attack. It's all a learning process. Level 4 cloth cow. Now another thing to note, I'm pretty sure in blue zones you do get like an item power debuff. So while it doesn't matter for just flat tier 4 gear with low specs, as you do get higher tier gear, you kind of are incentivized to go farm in higher tier zones. I mean, there's no reason to be doing tier 4 dungeons once you're higher tier anyway. There's just too much fame and silver to be made in higher tier areas. Don't really want to use my next suit. So I'm trying to change this to mend. Those ships are kind of expensive. For this stage anyway. I haven't been using mercenary jacket anyway. Alright, let's use the mend. Alright, is there any buffs here? Nope. Man, the ranger that's not. Should be a boss down here as well. Okay. I'm gonna call bullshit on that one. Son of a bitch cancelled my Q. I can pretty much hit them off screen. That's pretty nuts. I'm liking both so far. Don't know if I like it more than my bear paws, but I am liking it. Maybe once we get into more PvP stuff. Alright, let's use our mend. Purple chest, nice. Alright, let's use a poison on this guy. He kinda hurts. I don't like the fact that it can pull me into. Might have to change to Merc Jacket for this guy. It just depends on what his other attacks are. Nah, I should be fine. You have tested my patience for too long. Prepare to meet your doom. Yeah, no, the poison was more than enough. I don't know what's in here. Jack shit. That's the answer. I don't know why I expected much from a purple chest in a blue zone. I was a little hopeful. Will not lie, I was a little bit hopeful. Alright, let's use the min passive. None of these books are evil. No evil books. My stomach's rumbling. It's time for more tacos. I had tacos with the missus tonight. It was actually amazing. Tacos are like the second best thing God gifted to humans. Can't change my mind. Alright, let's use our mend again. I hate this boss. This could be a little annoying. Should be fine. We'll just clear out the smaller mobs. Alright, let's use mend. And let's kill this boss. You basically want to stay up in this boss's grill so you don't get hit by these spinning things. It also means he won't be pulling you in with his chain. Alright, so my Q interrupts him. That's good to know. Just branded me. Oh, bitch. Alright, can you stop that, please? TY. But yeah, just stay in this grill. Don't get hit by that cone AoE and you should be fine. It's fairly straightforward boss. If you try to fight him at range, he becomes really annoying. Alright. So what's that? This is pretty much 2 hours on the dot from character creation. I'll end it here, but let's go find out how much we have in the market. Go, donkey, go! Alright, let's go repair our gear. I got down once. 2,000, that's cheap. Awesome. Where's my donkey? Let's go to the faction enlistment. We're going to purchase 1 tree heart and 2 Limhurst crests. I'm gonna go into the bank just because I do want to put all my runes here. Alright, nice. Everything else, let's take it to the bank. Go, donkey, go. Yeah.
Don't be shy.
671 4999. Again, I just want these to sell as quickly as possible. Just so I can use the silver in other more effective ways. $15,170. See how much gold we made from faction flagging? That's like almost 100k silver. That's amazing. Alright, so after 2 hours from tutorial and everything, we're now in full tier 4 gear. We got some soups, poisons, we still got our mule. We have almost 38,000 in silver on hand. And we've got what? So let's say 800, 1100, 4400. My math is terrible. Let's call it 16,000, 17, 30, 31, 42, 47. Let's make 48, 52. Let's call it 100 and I don't know, 65,000. We've got over 200,000. That's what I'm gonna leave it with. My math is terrible right now. It's too late. My brain's turned off. It's not working. So after 2 hours from character creation, we were in full tier 4 gear. We've got 38,000 silver on hand, and we've got more than 200,000 silver in the bank ready to go. I think that's a pretty good job. So the biggest thing that we're going to be working for is earning enough silver to buy 1 month premium. After we have 1 month premium, then we'll go on to buying our own islands, and it's all going to be through combat. No gathering. It's going to be crafting later on. A little bit of crafting, not a lot. But otherwise, thanks for tuning in. It's much appreciated. I hope you all have a lovely evening, afternoon, day, morning, whatever it is. Take care and peace.